So next is passive remote sensing. The sun provides a very convenient source of energy for remote sensing. The sun's energy is either reflected as it is for visible wavelength or absorbed and then re-emitted as it is for thermal infrared wavelength. Remote sensing system which measure energy that is naturally available are called passive sensing. So I hope you understand. So in passive remote sensing, at the beginning of this module, we already studied a remote sensing by using a diagram. Okay, that is passive remote sensing. So remote sensing, which is carried out by using the natural source, that is sun. That is known as passive remote sensing. Okay, passive sensing do not create and radiate a signal or stimulus to the earth. Passive sensing detect reflected or radiated energy from the natural sources like sun. Electro-optical system like Landsat satellite or the Sentex GEMS multispectral cameras are the examples of passive sensors. Passive sensing can only be used to detect energy when the naturally occurring energy is available. Okay. For all reflected energy, this can only take place during the time when the sun is illuminating the earth, that is during the daytime. There is no reflected energy available from the sun at night. Okay, so this is a disadvantage of this remote sensing technique. Energy that is naturally emitted, such as thermal infrared, can be detected day or night as long as the amount of energy is large enough to be recorded. Okay, മനസ്സിലായോ? അതായത് പാസീവ് റിമോട്ട് സെൻസിങ് എന്താണ്? നമ്മുടെ സണ്ണിൻ്റെ എനർജി യൂട്ടിലൈസ് ചെയ്ത് റിമോട്ട് സെൻസിങ് നമ്മൾ ക്യാരി ഔട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നു. സോ അതാണ് നമ്മൾ തുടക്കത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചു വരുന്നത് അല്ലേ? സോ ഇവിടെ നമുക്കറിയാം സൺ അവൈലബിൾ ആവുന്ന ടൈം, അത് ഡേ ടൈമിൽ മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് ഈ ഒരു പ്രോസസ്സ് നടത്താൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. പക്ഷേ എന്നിരുന്നാലും ഇൻഫ്രാറെഡ് റേഡിയേഷൻസ്, സണ്ണിൽ നിന്നുള്ള ഇൻഫ്രാറെഡ് റേഡിയേഷൻസ് എർത്തിൽ കാണും. സോ അത് ഡേ ടൈമിലും നൈറ്റ് ടൈമിലും റിഫ്ലക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും. പക്ഷേ അത് എത്ര എമൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് എനർജി ലാർജ് ആണെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ നമുക്കത് സെൻസേഴ്സ് യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് ഡിറ്റക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. ഓക്കെ, but this is all about passive remote sensing. So passive remote sensing is a remote sensing which we already studied during the beginning of this module. It utilizes the energy from the sun. Okay, the main disadvantage of this technique is that it can be carried out during the daytime only. Okay, as you know that in night time it cannot be carried out. Okay, so but anyhow during the daytime itself, the radiations from this electromagnetic energy, that is infrared radiations, will remain the earth. Okay, so it can be reflected during daytime as well as during the night time, but it can be recorded only if the amount of energy is large. Okay, so this is a figure showing the passive remote sensing. So this is the energy source, that is sun. So this is the sensor mounted in a satellite. So remote sensor collecting red, green, blue NIR spectrum. So this is the area which is to be surveyed. Okay, so here from the energy source the radiation reaches the target, and from the target it is reflected to the sensor mounted in a satellite. So this is all about passive remote sensing. Okay.